it, it is a reflection of our moment and our time, right? And present culture is the way we express how we're feeling about the moment. And we should always find times to express how we feel about the moment that is a reflection of joy.
Louisiana Senator, it's always great to have you on here. The vice president has a history of these baffling and indecipherable comments, even going back to her time as the California Attorney General. My question is, you know, it's not really confidence building when you hear these types of comments. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, Trace, I don't hate anyone. I sure don't hate the vice president. We served together on the Senate Judiciary Committee, and we got along very well. She's struggling, and you don't have to be be a senior at Caltech to know that. Just look at the poll numbers. She's struggling for a couple of reasons. Number one, she doesn't appear to be prepared. Number two, no matter how well prepared you are, you have to be able to express yourself. And with respect, I would say the vice president needs to work on being a little more articulate. A cynic might say that based on her performances, that English is not her first, second, third, or even fourth language. But number three, you know, I think sound advice for anyone, politician or not, is always be yourself unless you suck. And if you suck, have enough self-awareness to know you suck and try to do better. And I just don't get the impression that the vice president she's not being herself. She's trying to sound smart instead of just saying what she believes and saying it in a clear, articulate manner that the average American who's busy can understand.
Yeah, it seems like she's getting bad advice. President Joe Biden has now he's turned the Reaganomics thing into Bidenomics, trying to use that in his favor. He's also now taking a page from Ronald Reagan, using his age as recognizing that he's old and that he's, you know, maybe using that for comedic relief. The Wall Street Journal says the Washington Post, he repeatedly invokes his old age at fundraisers, White House events, dinners, sermons, even when speaking to astronauts preparing for a mission to the moon. The lightheartedness is a new approach for Biden, who during his 2020 campaign could grow prickly over questions about his age. Can he laugh it off, sir? Because it only gets worse.
Well, look, people age differently. President Biden is 80 years old. Chuck Grassley is 89 years old. It's not how old you are. It's what kind of shape you're in, mentally and physically. I think a majority of Americans believe that President Biden has aged a lot in the last 2 years. Many Americans believe that he can't finish a sentence without taking a nap. I'm not saying that's fair, but that's what they believe. But do you know who's created this problem? The White House. Because they won't let President Biden be the president. They won't let him talk to the American people. I'm asked all the time, who's the real president? And I answer, whoever the hell has control of that teleprompter. You can't always script the president. And if I were advising the president, and he hadn't asked my advice, I'd say, Mr. President, just go out there, hold press conferences, talk to the American people. You can use a teleprompter, but look people in the eye and also answer questions honestly and show them that you're capable of doing the job. They're doing the exact opposite.
Yeah, Senator,
they're trying to hide him.
Yeah, great to have you on. Thank you, sir.